Chosen one, you are rising to the billionaire level. God is funding you. This is a message of preparation, identity, and stewardship. You are rising to the billionaire level not as a random accident, but as a precise move of God. God is funding you, developing you, and guiding you so that wealth does not merely pass through your hands but multiplies and serves purpose. This rise is spiritual before it is financial, internal before it is external, disciplined before it is dazzling. In this message, I speak to you as a teacher of the soul and a guardian of your calling, reminding you that God is strategic, generous, and faithful, and that your elevation is a sacred assignment, built on character, clarity, and covenant. Expect God to refit your habits, protect your heart, expand your wisdom, and connect you with people, platforms, and provisions designed for your destiny. Your billionaire rise is not just about money. It is about management, mercy, and mission under God's guidance. Watch this message until the end with a steady heart and write in the comments your warmest wishes and the number 777 to seal your intention. This is your moment to declare your wishes coming true and to energize the universe with focused faith and unity. Let this be the only time we speak of wishes today. From here on, we focus fully on the path God is laying before you. Chosen one, press like. Click subscribe if you're not part of the family yet, and let's start this powerful message. God is not trying to give you a windfall that ruins you. God is preparing you to become a reservoir that renews nations. God is not merely adding zeros to your account. God is adding roots to your character, vision to your mind, courage to your decisions, and purity to your motives. God elevates you because God trusts you to serve, to lead, to build, and to bless. Wealth in God's hand is a tool, and in your hands, once trained by God, it becomes an instrument for restoration, innovation, freedom, and legacy. Do not accept small thinking, and do not accept noisy thinking. Lean into the stillness where God outlines your assignment and shows you how this rise will actually work, step by step, principle by principle. Identity comes first. If you do not know who you are in God, money will try to tell you who you are, and money makes a poor teacher. God tells you that you are chosen, set apart for excellence, and designed to operate with royal discipline. Royal does not mean arrogant. It means accountable, aligned, and aware. You do not chase attention. You steward responsibility. Billionaire level, under God, is about the size of your stewardship and the scale of your service. If you carry a small self-image, you will sabotage large assignments. God is expanding your self-understanding so that bias, fear, or past conditioning will not disqualify you from what is already written. You must let God redefine what you think is possible for someone like you, from your background, your city, your story. God knows what doors to open. God knows what conversations to arrange. God knows what ideas to breathe on. Agree with God's estimation of you. God is funding you, but funding follows formation. God funds what God forms. God is shaping your patience so that you can handle long horizons. God is shaping your discernment so that you can say no to attractive traps. God is shaping your diligence so that you can do quiet work without applause. God is shaping your integrity so that you do what is right when no one is looking. The money you can keep is the money your character can carry. The partnerships you can maintain are the ones your values can sustain. The reputation you can trust is the one your private life can protect. God will not send you a level your soul cannot survive. So God trains you. God prunes your timeline. God refines your appetite. God closes doors that feed your ego and opens doors that feed your purpose. Let God do this. You are entering a season where God will teach you the architecture of abundance. Architecture means design, structure, foundations, systems, and flow. God will show you what to build and how to build it. The billionaire level is not simply magnitude, it is mastery. Mastery of cash flow, mastery of decision-making, mastery of people and process, mastery of attention and focus, mastery of when to act and when to wait. God will give you clarity in 5 dimensions: purpose, product, people, process, and pace. Purpose explains why you are building. Product explains what you are providing. People explains who is involved and who is served. Process explains how it consistently happens. Pace explains the rhythm that protects you from burnout and error. When purpose is clear, money knows where to go. When product is excellent, money knows why to come. When people are aligned, money knows how to grow. When process is disciplined, money knows how to remain. When pace is wise, money knows how to multiply without breaking you. God is also confronting the myth that money changes everything. Money magnifies. It reveals what is inside and expands the impact of your decisions. So God is purifying the inside so that magnification produces mercy, not manipulation. Excellence, not exploitation. You will feel God inviting you to delete certain habits that leak time and energy. You will sense God leading you to change how you speak, because language frames reality. Speak with precision. Speak as a builder. Stop narrating lack like it is your destiny. God is funding you. Speak like it. Speak in drafts that God can fill. Speak in blueprints that God can build upon. Your words are not empty. They are the scaffolding your future will stand on. God is delivering you from rushed riches. The fast route is often the fragile route. God's path is accelerated but not reckless, swift but not shallow. God will give you sudden moments with prepared outcomes because you chose slow obedience in hidden seasons. Hidden seasons are not wasted. They are weighted with purpose. God saw your humility when nobody clapped. God saw your sacrifices when nobody noticed. God saw your integrity when compromise promised quicker results. God saw you, and God is not unjust. There is a harvest assigned to your heart posture. Keep your hands clean. Keep your motives transparent with God. Keep your decisions submitted, not to fear, but to wisdom. You must also understand that the billionaire level requires relational discernment. God will send covenant people who sharpen your thinking, protect your blind spots, and multiply your momentum. God will also expose counterfeit connections that drain, distract, or distort. Pay attention to peace. Pay attention to patterns. Pay attention to whether someone honors God's vision in you or tries to shrink it to fit their comfort. God will teach you to choose team members, advisors, partners, and mentors based on alignment, not merely achievement. Alignment is spiritual and practical. Aligned values, aligned timelines, aligned excellence, aligned ethics, aligned endurance. One misaligned person in a critical seat can cost years. Ask God where each person belongs. Ask God who should not enter the gate. Now, let us talk about the inner engine of your assignment. Discipline. God blesses order. God pours into vessels that are ready to carry weight. Create routines that honor focus. Reserve your mornings for the highest work. Protect your mind from random inputs. Track what you measure. Measure what matters. Review your week with God. Ask what moved the mission and what merely moved your emotions. God will teach you to defy excuses with structure. Motivation is seasonal. Discipline is covenantal. You will not always feel like it, but you will always be led by it. Discipline is not punishment. It is permission. Permission for greatness to become normal. Permission for uncommon results to become predictable. Permission for clarity to outshout chaos. God will give you ideas that look simple and turn out to be seismic. Guard them. Not every seed belongs in every soil. Share selectively. Test quietly. Validate with integrity. Document everything. File what you learn. Build playbooks. Put wisdom on paper so that people can execute without your constant presence. This is how God lifts you from operator to owner, from worker to architect, from being trapped inside the business to governing above the business. Billionaire level is not about doing more tasks. It is about designing better systems and delegating to grace-filled people who carry the culture you established. You will sense God inviting you to heal your relationship with money. Many were taught that money is dirty or dangerous. In truth, money is obedient to the soul that is obedient to God. Money is a tool, a multiplier, a servant. Money in the hands of a healed heart builds schools, funds research, rescues families, restores neighborhoods, and writes laws with compassion. Money in the hands of a wounded heart buys noise, buys validation, buys enemies, and buys regret. Let God heal your heart so that money finds a safe home in your life. Let God remove shame around prosperity and pride about scarcity. Both are distortions. Prosperity under God is not a competition. It is a commission. Scarcity under God is not a sentence. It is a season. Receive God's definition. God will also talk to you about generosity, strategic, joyful, consistent generosity. Not generosity that seeks applause, but generosity that seeks impact. God will reveal the difference between showmanship and stewardship. You will build quiet funds that pay tuition for young leaders who will change the world. You will buy equipment for visionaries without cameras. You will set up endowments that outlive you. You will create employment not as charity, but as dignity. You will heal economies by how you hire, how you train, and how you pay. God's funding flows through you, not only to you. This flow keeps your life fresh. Closed fists cannot receive new seeds. Open hands multiply. Expect God to upgrade your decision speed. The higher the level, the more decisions you make with incomplete information. God will teach you the difference between a guess and a judgment, between intuition and impulse. Intuition is informed by wisdom, values, pattern recognition, counsel, and prayer. Impulse is informed by wounds, fear of missing out, and ego. You will learn to pause, to ask God, to consult your principles, to check the numbers, to seek the right counsel, and then to move. God will train you to avoid paralysis by analysis and recklessness by arrogance. The timing of your decisions is part of the decision. God's yes has a window. Obey inside the window. Now let me speak to your environment. God will ask you to create spaces that speak ambition with humility, excellence with calm, creativity with order. Your desk is not a shrine. It is a runway. Clear it. Your calendar is not a cage. It is a covenant. Align it. Your phone is not a master. It is a messenger. Control it. Your home must carry the frequency of focus. Your office must carry the signature of systems. Your car can become a classroom. Your walks can become board meetings with God. Your mornings can become strategy sessions. Your nights can become gratitude journals. God will use small moments to shape massive outcomes. There will be tests. Do not mistake tests for rejection. Tests are invitations to mastery. God will test your consistency when results are slow. God will test your humility when results are fast. God will test your honor when you are misunderstood. God will test your boundaries when people demand what you did not promise. Pass the tests with grace. Do not defend yourself with noise. Let results and time speak. God is your advocate. God opens the right ears at the right time. Your assignment is to continue building, learning, and serving. Your silence will sometimes be your strategy. Your excellence will often be your defense. Let us talk about scale. God will show you what should be automated, what should be delegated, and what should be eliminated. Automation saves time. Delegation multiplies time. Elimination redeems time. Ask God which processes deserve technology. Ask God which roles deserve a person. Ask God which tasks deserve extinction. Protect your attention like treasure. The world you are building requires you to be present, not just busy. Strategic, not just active. Creative, not just reactive. God will whisper, "Not that," and you must obey even when that looks impressive. God is not building you to look successful. God is building you to be significant. You will also notice that God is increasing your emotional range. Leadership at this level requires the ability to sit in complexity without collapsing, to face criticism without crumbling, to carry celebration without conceit, and to make corrections without cruelty. God is giving you emotional literacy, the words to name what you feel, and the wisdom to choose what you do. You will not dump your storms on your team. You will direct them into solutions. You will not hide from hard conversations. You will host them with honor. You will apologize quickly when you are wrong. You will forgive without re-entering unhealthy cycles. God is teaching you to be both strong and soft, firm and kind, decisive and listening. This is maturity. This is leadership. Regarding vision, God will give you pictures that arrive as fragments. Write them down. Titles, taglines, product names, company divisions, future campuses, and city names may come as single words in quiet moments. Capture them. God may show you a map with 4 regions. God may highlight a demographic you had not considered. God may point to an industry where you thought you had no authority. Do not dismiss what God repeats. Return to it. Research it. Ask for confirmation. Let data serve revelation. Let revelation guide data. You are not guessing. You are guided. You are not improvising destiny. You are interpreting what God already scripted. It is time to allow God to elevate your standards. Standards do not make you rigid. They make you reliable. Decide the lowest quality you will accept, the quickest response time you will commit to, the cleanest numbers you will operate with, the clearest contracts you will sign, and the kindest culture you will protect. When standards rise, chaos retreats. When standards rise, excellence compounds. When standards rise, customers notice. When standards rise, critics quiet. God is not asking you to be perfect. God is asking you to be precise. Precision is love for the details your destiny depends on. Now, strategy. God will give you a simple, scalable blueprint. It may sound like this. Clarify the problem you solve. Codify your unique method. Construct a flagship offer. Create consistent distribution. And cultivate a community that becomes your proof. Clarify means one sentence that a child understands. Codify means step by step so others can do it. Construct means packaging value with promise and process. Distribution means reliable channels that do not depend on luck. Community means turning customers into advocates through genuine transformation. God will breathe on this simplicity. You will feel tempted to complicate because complexity can feel like worth. Resist that. God's grace often accelerates what is clean and clear. Pay attention to cash. God wants you fluent. Cash flow is the breath of your business. Forecast it. Respect it. Protect it. Learn to read the story your numbers tell. Revenue trends, cost drivers, margin patterns, customer lifetime value, acquisition costs, refund rates, churn, velocity. Numbers are neutral prophets. They reveal where discipline is missing and where momentum is building. Sit with them weekly. Invite God into those meetings. Ask what must change. Ask what must continue. You will not be afraid of metrics. You will be mentored by them. God is not anti-data. God is pro-wisdom. Let me address fear. Fear will disguise itself as caution, as prudence, or as timing, and waiting for a sign. Sometimes, God's sign is the peace you feel after doing your due diligence. Sometimes, God's sign is the mentor who says, "It is time." Sometimes, God's sign is the opportunity that aligns with everything you wrote in private. Move. Do not worship risk, but do not idolize safety. God did not call you to stay small enough to be liked by everyone who knew you before you became who God said you are. You are allowed to outgrow rooms. You are allowed to outgrow salaries. You are allowed to outgrow assumptions. You are allowed to outgrow identities that protected you for a season, but would sabotage you in this one. Outgrow with grace. Outgrow without apology. God is going to redeem lost years. The years that looked unproductive were not wasted. They were incubators. The disappointments that bruised you did not break you. They taught you. The betrayals that cut you did not cancel you. They clarified you. The delays that frustrated you did not finish you. They formed you. God kept receipts. God kept notes. God kept your tears and turned them into instruction. Now, when acceleration comes, you will not panic. You will plan. You will not perform to prove. You will persevere to serve. You will not chase fame. You will chase fruit. God is protecting you from the vanity that consumes many at this level. Expect God to open unexpected gates. A phone call that changes a quarter. A collaboration that changes a decade. A contract that changes a generation. But hear me. God will teach you to keep building as if the call never comes. Build in a way that does not depend on a miracle, but is always ready to host one.